Hey everyone, and welcome. My name's Aaron, and today we're taking a look at the Anasounds Savage Overdrive. I'm playing my Gretsch 6117, modified with TV Jones pickups, into my Jackson Newcastle 18. And here is my clean tone. right, the Anasounds Savage Overdrive. These pedals are handmade in France. They are like works of art. When I got this in the mail, I gasped when I took it out of the box. It is just beautiful. Laser etched wood panel with this like emerald gem with their logo. The attention to detail on something like this just makes me think that a company like this is paying attention to the details in other areas, and this pedal did not disappoint. More aggressive than I thought it was going to be. This is a, on their website, it says, the first thing it says, not a clone, which immediately I was like, oh, it's a Klon type of thing. And that is what it's based on, and, hence the mythical creature there on the front of the pedal. But they sort of took the vintage design, started there, and then moved on with some modern changes to it. It blends your clean signal, your direct signal, with the overdriven signal, the way that a Klon does as well. And but from there you can get way gainier. And then inside the pedal as well, there are a few dip switches that we'll talk about in a little bit, because I'm actually going to adjust one of them, and I'll show you how I do that to change sort of functionality and tone and things like that. But just right out of the box, knobs right at noon. Actually, I'm going to put gain just a little bit before noon. So here's my clean tone again. So it's just that mid-pushed, aggressive overdrive that we just love. We love it. We love it. We guitar players, we music listeners. And that is the foundation of this thing. You can also, I find it cool on a pedal when you can bring the gain all the way down. This is what I prefer. When you can bring the gain all the way down and still use just the volume as a boost. I mean, you can just add the little volume boost, which also, to my ears, boosts the low end as well. You can add some top, a lot. You can add, till it's ice pick, territory or whatever. So if you got a super dark guitar or something. And then the gain, blending that sucker in. Also, side note, get a Gretsch. But my favorite was kind of the lower gain, a little bit of push on the volume, and, tone sort of in the middle. So around here. Let's compare it with my Wampler Tumnus, which is my other Klon clone. So here is the Savage. And Tumnus. Again, the Savage. And Tumnus. They're a little different in the mid-range. The Savage is maybe a tiny bit sweeter. I'm gonna switch guitars, see what it does with the Starcaster, because I use that with the Tumnus a lot. So this is a little solo-y thing I play in my band, and usually I've got the Tumnus on. It sounds like this. Try that same thing, but replace the Tumnus with Le Savage. That is really nice. I would say, yeah, it's a little bit sweeter. What do I mean when I say sweeter? The mid-range frequency that it's accentuating is maybe a little bit different, a little tiny bit higher. And there's a little more top, just in general. The top of the pedal is a little bit more open. Whether that is more Klon-like, you know, I don't really care, but I do sort of like it. One thing the Tumnus does, it darkens it just a little bit. I thought maybe there'd be more low end in the Tumnus, because that's one thing that we know about the Tumnus, is that compared to a Klon, is that it has a lot of nice low end. But I thought the Savage had actually as much or maybe more low end. And actually there's a dip switch on the inside that you can select to give it even more low end. So I think the only thing I would change actually going on the inside of this pedal is I would bring, there's a pot, an internal pot that you can adjust to change the gain range. So the gain really, to me, like I wouldn't use it really much past noon, if even like 11 o'clock. And so I would go inside the pedal, bring that gain range down, and then I would have a little bit more to play with. So why don't I do that? Why don't I open up the pedal, and I'll show you guys the inside of it. I don't know if you guys have opened up pedals before, but it's not that scary, especially when they tell you to do it in the manual. It's just like 4 screws. And then you go inside, and then you can see actually what goes into some of these things and how amazing it looks inside. So let's do that. So here it is. Here's the old pedal. And on the back, there's just 4 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're just going to unscrew those and look inside. Let's do it. There you go. The inside of an Anasounds Savage. And as you can see in there, there are a few little dip switches. So I'm actually going to adjust this top little gain pot here. It comes at 50%, and so you just take a little screwdriver, tiny one, and you get in there and you just very daintily turn it to the left. And I'm gonna go to like, it came at 50%, I'm gonna go to like 25%. So this is quite a bit less gain than it comes with. Now let's put the back on and plug it in and see how it sounds. So now I'm back to basically a factory stock Savage here, except that I've adjusted that gain range. That's a permanent change. That change is going in the books. By the way, I'm not going to send this pedal back. Sorry, I'm keeping it. It's a modern, very classy take on the Klon Centaur. I have played a real one, just very briefly on a session we were doing. A guy had one, and I was playing with it. Basically, it is that thing. It's the mid-push thing. It does it in a really quirky way. The way the gain works with the volume and things like that. This is basically that, but probably obviously more options. And then the option also to have a little bit of a sweeter top end. I've been filming now for almost an hour. I don't know how long this video is going to end up being, but this is way longer than I normally film. This thing sounds really nice, and I highly recommend you guys checking out this specific one and any other pedals from Anasounds. That's going to be it for me today. Let me know if you have any questions below. Please subscribe if you haven't. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys next time.